What is up, guys? This is Jake with AG Russell Knives, and today we are doing 12 solid budget knives for under $50. Probably one of my favorite, it's one of my favorite knife categories. I purchased from this $25 to $50 category probably the most because I like the variety of design, the new different types of formats and different locks, and people are just trying new things out. And you know, I don't need to get into the super steels to try a new design and try to see if I like it. If I really like it, maybe I'll get an upgraded version, you know? So without further ado, we're just gonna jump right in. So first up, you can't talk about a solid budget knife and not talk about the K93. This is the AG Russell K93 one-hand folder. This one is the general purpose blade in AUS 8, Japanese steel, made in Japan. I have purchased probably 3 or 4 of these as both as gifts and backup knives. No, actually, we're gonna make that probably 5 to 6 of these. You can also get it in a clip point blade. Super lightweight. You can do it either hand, right hand, or left hand with the front lock. I'm not as practiced with the left hand. Also, it's kind of a weird angle I'm doing this at here. That's coming in at $34.95. Super lightweight. You can also get it in an upgraded VG10 Japanese steel for $49.95. So still under that $50 range. Since we're doing a bunch of knives here, I'm just going to keep moving right along. Now this is the Browning blind spot. This is, well, it's in most people's blind spots. It's a bigger blade for sure. So here's a size comparison to the K93. You got a nice big blade on there, big handle. It's fitting my full-sized large hands, which is awesome. We have a nice micarta sort of handle here. It's a mottled hemp micarta laminate. So it's not like a high-end micarta, but it's still micarta. It's nice. It's grippy. It kind of looks cool. You have a solid stainless steel bolsters on here. The blade is a 7CR17 MRV. It's a liner lock, and you got a nice deep pocket clip. It holds really tight. I hope that loosens up over time because it was kind of, it's not a smooth draw because it's holding super tight. But if you need one that holds tight, this could be a solid pick. I gotta say the action on this is really good, especially for the price point of $27. That's fantastic. As always, guys, the website will have the most current pricing. Whatever I show on camera is as of filming, and you can't hold me to it. Website. All right, next we have the Buck Vanguard. I think this one is just a cool little knife. So you have 2 different sizes. You can get this size and you have a larger size. You can get it in rosewood scales or like a black plastic. They both are in 420 HC steel using that nice Buck heat treatment. This one with the rose scales is coming in at $47.95, so you get that nice kind of classy look. Liners, it is a deep pocket clip. Love the deep pocket clip. Liner lock. Very subtle, very subtle flipper tab, and it also has a thumb hole, so you can do that slow open or you can do the flipper open. Now the subtle, you're not getting quite as much torque on the subtle one. You can just accidentally open it halfway and then you have to finish out with that. That will come down to your experience in opening knives. I don't have a problem with it, but fantastic. I really like the Vanguard. And you can also get the Vanguard in an upgraded micarta scales here with S30V, but you're jumping above the $50 range here. This is coming in at $70 for the small one, and I think it goes up to $80 or $90 for the larger size. So next we're going into the CRKTs. This one is the CRKT Piet. I pronounced it wrong in another video. I said the Piet. You can see it's the P-I-E-T, the Piet. This is a Voxness design. Has been absolutely one of my favorite folders. I've carried this probably the most. In the last 4 or 5 months, this probably has the most pocket time. Deep pocket clip, little pop of color. You get the hole for opening, super fast opening. I love the blade. It's just a good size for detail work and being just big enough, but not too big, not too small. And yeah, easily one of my favorites. Not super friendly for the left-handers in terms of that flick open. It kind of takes a lot of practice for the left side. Next for CRKT, we have the CRKT Tighe Tac Two. This one is a neat knife with a button lock. They're kind of rare, so you hit the button, it unlocks, blade comes down, you have your choice of thumb stud or flipper. Super great action on that. Once you've worked it in, it will kind of drop shut, and then you'll just lock in there. Nice deep pocket clip, super lightweight handle. Again, this is an 8CR, as is the Piet. Apologies, I forgot the steel on that. Yeah, it's an 8CR. And I really like the button lock action on these Tighe Tacs, and the ones by Brian Tighe. They're just neat. Interesting triple screws on the deep pocket clip. And we're just going to keep trucking right along here. We have the Kershaw Natrix. This is with carbon fiber overlays over a G10 frame here. This has ball bearings in the pivot. It's an 8CR 13 MOV steel. It's using the flipper, so it's got a super nice action with the ball bearings. This one is my personal one, as is the Piet. And so you might see some wear on the blade. Well, not too much. I've kept it in pretty good shape, actually. I've done some sharpening on it. Super lightweight, nice deep pocket clip. You get that short clip. It's got the subframe lock, which I enjoy a lot. And it's just got a really nice blade profile. It's slicey with still the kind of a lower tip for that detail work. And the Kershaw Matrix is coming in at $44.95. Again, check website for current pricing. Next, we have the Kershaw Fraxion. Again, this is my personal knife right here, as well as the Natrix and the Piet, CRKT Piet. And this one, again, really nice ball bearing action with a nice subtle flipper. You have very nice carbon fiber overlays just to give that a little personality, and I think that looks really cool. Standard pocket clip that is reversible. I wouldn't mind a deep pocket clip. Maybe I'll buy one someday just on the aftermarket or something, because I really like this. It gets a lot of pocket time. Nice smaller profile than the Natrix, so that's really what differentiates it for me for the Natrix, is just that smaller profile. This is a little bit smaller blade. And yeah, super lightweight, 8CR 13 MOV. This is coming in at $32.95. Steel is a great buy for the money. Next, we have the Maserin OneFold folder. This is a neat little guy. So this one right here is in olive wood, and it is a frame lock with a pocket clip. It's using 440C. It's coming in at $44.95. You can get it in olive wood, Pasanto wood, and ebony wood. Really neat. You can see this little nub here that acts as the blade stop when it hits the thumb stud there. Probably the only change I'd make to this is the pocket clip is super low. So when you have it in your pocket, it sits super high. It looks like a much bigger blade. Like, doesn't it look like, I don't know, it looks like it's this size, when really it's like half that size. So I wish it was a little bit lower, but you gotta say for $44.95 for these really cool woods, it's a neat design. Next, coming in at $39.95 is the Ontario Rat 2. The Rat 2 has been in people's top budget picks for a long time. Nice ergonomic handle. You got nice scales, thick liners to give it that really solid feeling. It has really comfortable thumb studs. I think one of my favorite thumb stud designs. A little bit bulky on that. 4-way reversible clip, tip up, tip down, left, right hand. Liner lock, it is using AUS 8. You can get it in this smaller size, or you can get the Rat 1 in a much larger size. You can get it black blade, combo edge on both of them, so quite a few different options on there. Gave this one to my uncle. He works at Lowe's. He loves it. One of his favorite knives. You can't go wrong with a Rat 2. Easily one of the best budget working knives. If you're planning to use your knife, get the Ontario Rat 1 or 2. whichever size you want. Next we have the Spyderco Persistence. Not the Tenacious. The Tenacious is above the $50 range now. So this is the Persistence. It's coming in at $47.95. You got that nice HCR 13 MOV blade. It's got that leaf-shaped blade, so it starts out small, widens, and then narrows back into the tip. Full flat grind. I love the full flat grind that Spyderco does. Milled out on the inside liners, so it's not as heavy as you might think. You can see those holes kind of in there, in the liners there. Yeah. It is a liner lock. Again, like the Rats, it is fully reversible tip up, tip down pocket clip. So either way, not quite a full cutout on the left-hand side for lefties. The hole, I think, is still big enough to get that left-hand opening on it. So I guess no demerits for that. Still great left-handed knife. Nice handle scales. It's not too abrasive, but it's still got some grip on there. It's got a little bit of texture. Solid liners, so it feels like a solid knife. Again, a great work knife, similar to the Rats. I think can't go wrong with the Spyderco. Next, probably a little bit of surprise, is the SOG Aegis FLK. Full stainless steel knife here. We have a flipper action with, it's sticking out. It's going kind of forward with just very light jimping, but it's not aggressive at all, but that extra forward position kind of gives the blade a lot of fling to it, so it opens up really well. Full stainless steel handles. There is no cutouts on the inside, so it is rather a heavy knife. But I really like just the subtle jimping. Everything's kind of rounded off. Everything is chamfered. No real sharp edges there. Just lightly on the frame lock for that easy opening. This is going to feel like a solid knife. Gripping in your hand. Again, a nice deep pocket clip, so it's going to sink all the way in there. I rather like it. It's a very, very smooth pocket clip. I think probably one of my preferred ones there. And last but not least, we have the War Eagle Blades Model 42. This one I have purchased several times. This is, again, my personal one. I lost the first one, and I bought it for my brother, and then I had to buy it again because I was jealous of my brothers when I didn't have one. Because it's just a great knife. One position pocket clip, but it does have triple screws, so that pocket clip is on there solidly. G10 handles. You got the nice touch of green with black there. Great action on these. It is a liner lock. You have a little bit of a hollow grind, and then it is a saber grind with a hollow on the edge there. Nice solid edge. You have a little bit of a sharpening choil, and yeah, this one, I mean, considering this is one of my very first real knives, it might have the most pocket time just because it was one of the first ones I bought, and yeah, easily one of my favorites. It still gets pocket time to this day. So solid knife, $29.95. Easily within your, it's a great work knife. You have some nice black stainless steel liners in there to give that rigidity. So it feels nice. It's heavy, but not crazy heavy. It's a good work knife. It's good in between like a really lightweight and a heavier work knife. So it's that in-betweener between a work knife and an EDC-er, in my opinion. But guys, that is going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. If there is a great budget knife that I missed that you think deserves to be in the solid 12, let me know in the comments which one that would be and which one you think it would replace. Interesting mix-up there. As always, guys, stay safe, stay sharp, and have a good one.